Hello everyone and welcome to EduTap. Guys, in this video we are going to discuss a very important topic from the subject of advanced business and financial management, and this topic is related to term loans. Term loans which act as a source of finance for any kind of a business or enterprise. So what are the features of any kind of a term loan? Although I hope and I assume that many of us are very comfortable with these common features of term loans, but now let us quickly revise these basic features. So first of all, what are term loans? Term loans is a major source of long-term finance taken by the business enterprises, and these loans are obtained from banks or other financial institutions, right? These term loans can be from long to medium terms, that is they are for a period longer than 1 year, and they can extend it to very long period, about 10 years or 15 years or even more than that, right? So generally these term loans are given to businesses in order to expand their projects. ये लॉन्ग टर्म लोन्स होते हैं, यानी कितने लंबे टाइम पीरियड के लिए लोन दिए जाते हैं, और इसीलिए लोन्स इसलिए यूजुअली दिए जाते हैं, इनका एक तो प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट ज्यादा होता है, और जो बिजनेस को लोन देते हैं, these businesses they are supposed to use this money in order to increase their income. अपनी इनकम, अपने बिजनेस ऑपरेशंस को बढ़ाने के लिए लोन जो यूजुअली लिए जाते हैं, ठीक है। अब इसके फीचर्स क्या हैं? व्हाट आर द मेजर फीचर्स? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, द लोन इज फॉर अ टाइम पीरियड. This loan, it starts from the disbursement when the amount including the principal is given to the debtor, and then the loan period starts. और ये लोन पीरियड के पूरे पीरियड के दौरान आपको अपनी जो इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट्स हैं वो करनी होती हैं, and when the loan period ends you have to pay the remaining pending amount, you have to pay back. So these period of the loan, it ranges from 5 to 10 years, and for medium term loans it can range from 1 to 5 years, and some very big projects, usually infrastructure projects where you have to create some highways or bridges or tunnels or वगैरह, you give loans for even more than that. For more than 15 years, 20 years, 25 years you can give the loan. Okay, then there are purpose of the loan. What the loan is going to be used for? Is it going to be used to acquire costly fixed assets which have a long and useful life and which can actually help the business earn more income? So ये जो loans हैं आपके रोजमर्रा के खर्चे के लिए नहीं होता. This loan is not meant to purchase your daily needs, to your daily consumables. These loans are basically granted in order to expand your operations, in order to buy a new building, in order to buy a new machinery, in order to buy some very new kind of equipment that your business needs. This is the purpose of the loan. So every time a banker will give a loan to any business, they will ask, what are you taking this loan for? Will you be able to increase your income using this loan so that you can repay the interest? That is the basic question, right? Then interest. Whenever you grant a loan, there is an interest rate attached to it. This is basically the cost that the business pays to get that amount of long-term finance. And similarly, the bank which is granting the loan, this is the income for the bank, this interest that the bank receives. तो इसीलिए जब भी रेट चार्ज किया जाता है, दिस रेट इज नेगोशिएटेड बिटवीन द टू पार्टीज, द क्रेडिटर एंड द डेटर, द बोरोअर एंड द लेंडर. वो आपस में बैठ के एक एग्रीमेंट साइन करते हैं. उस एग्रीमेंट में सब कुछ लिखा रहता है कि ये जो लोन रेट है, जो इंटरेस्ट रेट है, वो कितना होगा. अब ये इंटरेस्ट रेट डिसाइड कैसे होता है? ऑब्वियसली डिसाइडेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द पीरियड ऑफ द लोन. लॉन्ग टर्म है या मीडियम टर्म लोन है, कितना अमाउंट का लोन जा रहा है, जो रिस्क प्रोफाइल है वो कैसी है, द पर्सन हु इज टेकिंग द लोन, is he a solvent person, is he able to repay the loan with comfortability or not. So using all these different methods we can calculate the rate of interest, right? Sometimes if the loans are not repaid on time, the EMIs or installments or the interest payments are not made on time, we can also add some penal interest, that is some additional interest as a penalty. कि आप टाइम पे लोन हमें नहीं सर्विस कर रहे हैं, हमारे इंटरेस्ट टाइमली पेमेंट्स नहीं दे रहे हैं आप, तो इसका मतलब हम आपसे कुछ इंटरेस्ट एडिशनल रिसीव करेंगे, एक तरीके से पेनल्टी की तरह, आपके पनिशमेंट की फॉर्म में. क्लियर? Next is repayment. How do you repay the loan? Again, the method of repayment is again written in the loan agreement which is signed. So usually the loan is generally repaid over the granted period and it's generally paid in installments. एक बार में सारा लोन repay नहीं करते usually, right? But if you want and the agreement allows this, you can also make the entire lump sum payment after the end of the period. So in some specific cases, there is recovery by bullet payment. Bullet payment में क्या हो रहा है? After the period ends, end होने के बाद, you get a lump sum payment of the total principal amount. So there can be various methods of repayment. Okay. Then what currency will be used to grant the loan? In many large projects, the import component of the assets is quite large and the loans are also granted in the foreign currency. It might also happen that an Indian company wants to acquire a new machine, and this new machine has to be acquired from outside India. This new machine has to be acquired from Europe or Americas or China. So now the company will go to a bank and ask for a loan in foreign currency because it has to buy the machine in foreign currency. And then the loan will also have to be repaid in the foreign currency. So if I go ahead and ask my Indian bank to give me a loan in US dollars, I will also promise them to pay back in US dollars. Then security. No lender can or will lend without securing the term loan by creating charge over the primary assets. Just like that, when you buy a house, until and unless you pay back the entire loan, the house, it actually belongs to the bank. Similarly, if you buy a car, if you buy a huge machine for your businesses, you will use the machine, you will operate the machine, you will maintain the machine, you will clean the machine, but the ownership of that machine will actually belong to the bank until and unless you pay the entire loan back. And when you pay the loan back, then you get an NOC and then the ownership is transferred to you, right? Then what is the amount of the loan? In case of the purchase of existing assets, the lender carries out an independent valuation, and after providing a margin to cover value fluctuation in borrower's margin or contribution, the loan amount is determined. So for example, if you want to purchase an existing asset, the lender will also have to give some money and the borrower will also have to come up with a margin कि अगर मुझे 10 लाख का लोन चाहिए, 10 लाख का मुझे एक्सपेंडिचर करना है, तो आई विल कम अप विद 3 लाख लोन, 3 lakh amount of money from myself and I will ask 7 lakh as loan from the bank, right? In cases where the term loan is for creation of fixed asset, you want to make a new asset, you want to construct a building, you want to construct a bridge or any other new project you want to do, the loan amount is arrived at by debt equity ratio. What is the debt equity ratio of the company involved? हाउ सॉल्वेंट इज द कंपनी इन लॉन्ग टर्म, वो कंपनी लॉन्ग टर्म में अपने लोन्स को रिपे करने लायक है या नहीं है, उस चीज को ध्यान में रखकर हम डिसाइड करते हैं कि उसको लोन कितना देना है, right? Then the appraisal takes place. Obviously, appraisal is basically the process of a term loan by the lender, and it depends on the size of the loan, how much amount of money you are giving as a loan, and what is the complexity of the project being financed. For example, there are certain very complicated projects, like there is a project of constructing a bullet train between Ahmedabad and Mumbai. This is a very ambitious project, very huge project, and it will take a lot of time to complete it also. So the banks will grant loan to make this bullet train entire corridor. They will obviously have to undergo a very complex procedure to look at कि ये जो project है वो सही चलेगा नहीं चलेगा, इससे income आएगी नहीं आएगी. So this is how we appraise the project. However, no term loan is granted without examining the viability and feasibility. Obviously, if someone comes to your bank to ask for a loan, आप उससे पूछेंगे ना कि आपको ये लोन क्यों चाहिए, लोन से क्या करोगे, जो बिजनेस आप लोन से करना चाहते हो क्या ये बिजनेस सही है या नहीं है, ये बिजनेस से इनकम आ सकती है नहीं आ सकती, you will assess that. And then you will try to find out whether giving this loan will be beneficial to you or not, right? Then there are certain loans which are known as working capital term loans. These are not normal term loans. These are actually loans which are given against the current assets, not for long term assets, not for fixed assets, but for short term assets. उसके लिए जो आप लोन देते हैं वो आपके working capital loans होते हैं. It is usually given by a bank if a working capital loan is not being properly serviced and the borrower is facing some liquidity constraints. तो आप उसके working capital loan को, जो कि एक short term loan होता है, उसको आप term loan में convert कर देते हैं, एक long term loan बना देते हैं. And again, the repayment schedule is fixed according to the agreement between the bank and the party taking the loan. Then you can also, if you want, you can convert the loan into equity, and for this both the parties they must agree. That is, for example, Adani ji takes a loan of 100 crore from SBI, example hai, and this 100 crore rupee, according to the agreement signed between the SBI and Adani ji may ask the SBI that I will not repay you 100 crore loan back. मैं आपको पूरा 100 करोड़ का लोन बैक नहीं करता हूं, and along with interest I will give you the shares of my business, my enterprises, which are actually in the market worth of, let us say, 120 crore, right? So basically what is being done here is that 100 crore was given by SBI to Adani ji, and they wanted to earn some interest, but Adani ji said, I will not pay you the interest, I will give you the shares of 120 crore value. So that means now you have 100 crore back and you also have 20 crore worth of shares. So here the SBI, if the SBI agrees and also Adani ji agrees, both the party, they might decide to convert the loan into equity. And this might happen if the loan is not being serviced at per terms, because now if the Adani ji is not able to repay installments on time of 100 crore to SBI, SBI might ask ना कि okay, तुम अपनी कंपनी का ओनरशिप दे दो मुझे, तुम लोन नहीं वापस कर सकते तो मुझे इतने वैल्यू का ओनरशिप का शेयर दे दीजिए. So that is what can also be done. Next, marketability of such shares is generally poor. Obviously, this 120 crore by SBI will not be able to sell these 120 crore shares in the market. It is not very easy to do that. because obviously the market will look at it as Adani ji is giving his shares to SBI in form of loan repayment. That means the financial position of Adani ji is not very good. And SBI will also find it difficult to sell its 120 crore rupees of shares because the public might not be willing to buy it. Public is now apprehensive of the Adani's shares, right? Then moratorium can also be granted on the loan. This is basically a pause time which is granted by the bank or the lender to the borrower. Till such time the borrower is able to finance the loan repayment, हम उसके loan repayment पे pause लगा सकते हैं, ठीक है? And it is usually done when the borrower takes some time to generate cash flows from the investment. तो जैसे अगर मैंने ऐसा लोन लिया एक बैंक से जाकर के, and I tell the bank that give me 1 crore loan, I will start a business and this business will start generating income after 6 months, and I will show them the entire plan. I will show them the entire plan that I will invest business 1 crore rupee here, and here, and this is how I will operate my business, and this is how my money will come after 6 months. My customers, they will start paying me back, right? So the bank will agree. If they agree and they appraise my project, and if they think that project is all right, what they might agree on is they will say, okay, 1 crore repayment of this loan along with EMIs is not to be started till next 6 months. So after I grant you the loan, you can wait for the 6 months. You do not have to pay anything for the 6 months. After that, you started paying. So that 6 months is actually known as moratorium. And it is usually done for the large infra projects. For example, again, construction of some metro rails or bridges or whatever. And in order to generate income from that project, it takes a lot of time. So obviously the person who is taking the loan, he will ask the bank that, okay, I am constructing a new something, and in order to generate the income, there will be some time. So give me some relief and give a moratorium on the loan repayment for this much amount of time. All right. So these are certain very common features of any term loan, and I think that all of us are aware about these particular features, but it is very important to revise these features again and again so that in the examination you are not confused about the minute details related to any kind of a term loan. I hope you really enjoyed the video. If you did so, please like the video and share our video amongst your fellow aspirants, and also please do not forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. And that is all that I had to share with you in this video. आप सभी पढ़ते रहिए, बढ़ते रहिए. जय हिंद and जय भारत.